I used to work in public service, and one day I thought to myself, you know what, I just need $30,000 and then I can blow this popsicle stand and just go, free-flowing hippie through the forest. And so I figured, all right, well, I'm going to have to learn about business and marketing, because I wasn't one of those kids that stole, that would sell stones and rocks to other kids, like as a network marketing scheme or anything. Like, I wasn't like that entrepreneur brain that some people seem to have. And so I just decided, you know what, I'll just work out how to make $30,000. I'll just learn enough about business and marketing to get there. And my creative muscles and my spiritual muscles are like strong like bull, because I've been to the gym so much for those. But my business and marketing muscles were like flaccid, like they were non-existent. Like I haven't worked those ones at all. So I dedicated myself to learning business and marketing. That year I did $30,000. Stacey's laughing, you guys.
Oh no, yeah.
I said, plus, and you're like, yeah! I'm so glad that you went before me, because I was like, thank God I'm not going to be the first one to say fuck. We started in 2008, and I thought, yes, I can do $30,000. Anyway, I did $30,000, and I've doubled or tripled the company in size since then, and we're now $1 million company. Like, how did that happen? And because I, for a long time, didn't have any physical stuff, we've been able to sort of maintain 50%. Please don't shoot at me. So what do? How do I make this money? First of all, we run an online academy. So I started producing creativity programs, about developing your creative goddess and my meditation programs, and kind of developed this rabid online following, and people started getting a bit obsessive. I don't know why, but they do, and that's fine. That's cool. I'm in love with that. And very rapidly built up a six-figure income, and I was like, you know what? I'm sick of selling, so I'll just pile everything that I've created, which is like 60 courses now, into the academy and sell it really cheaply, so that I don't have to spend much time marketing. So we've got 5,000 members through. It's 5 years old. We've got members in about 70 countries around the world, which is really cool. The results from our members is, people are using those programs. They're doing things like developing a 6-figure business in 3 hours a day, increasing their Twitter followers tenfold. They're splitting time between the USA and Chile and all that kind of cool shit. And that's because, for me, my priority is my family and my kids. I just wanted to build a lifestyle business. It's like a new term, but it's basically what we've done. So over the last 5 years, we've lived in 5 different places, from Sundays to Cairns, to Tasmania, to Canberra, and we've just had a really great time. And I've only spent a maximum of 20 hours a week working in my business to build it up to a 7-figure company. So I'm all about what can I do, like minimum input for maximum output. What can I do that would give the most amount of effect and reach the most amount of people by creating passive income. So that's what we've created. About 7 years ago, I was thinking to myself, you know what? I really need to set goals for myself for the year ahead. And because I'm this, I didn't want to just sit down and write black and white goals, So I created like this, I sat there and hand-painted myself a little worksheet to go through. And I looked at it, I thought, oh, that's cute. I'll just put it online as an e-book. And if I can sell 10, that would be so cool. And so we ended up selling 1,000 that year. It's like $10,000, and it was like 3 days work. And I was like, and since then, people have gotten really obsessed and addicted to it. So we sell tens of thousands of copies every single year. We now produce the actual printed copies. So I did actually add a challenge to my business in that we've now started printing them ourselves in China with an ethical manufacturer on recycled paper, and then we distribute ourselves in 100 countries now. So, I mean, it's pretty awesome for that little ebook. These are all the little places that they sold. Yeah, they became a cult hit, and people get really obsessed each year to fill them out because they just seem to make miracles happen when you really align yourself with what you want to create. Big stuff happens. So I always like to talk about this. 80% of people don't even think about goals. 16% don't write them down. 4% write them down but never look at them. And 1% write their goals down and regularly review them. And those people, weirdly enough, I'm sure it's a statistical anomaly, but those people are the highest achievers. So you're probably like super goal savvy because guess what? You're in the wrong percent. So the workbook is really a fun way to take you through that process without decorating yourself. So it's just a really clear choice you get to make with this. Like, do you want to be somebody who achieves their dreams and goals by regularly reviewing their goals? Or do you want to be somebody who doesn't? That's a fun one. So write down your goals and review them. And if you use my workbook, you'll probably have more fun doing it. Plus, you can like join these groups because there's people everywhere that get obsessed with it. Oh, best story. Somebody emailed me from Melbourne. I'm not from Melbourne. That's all right. Anyway, and she said she was sitting on a tram filling out a workbook, and somebody across from her was filling out the workbook, and they were like looking at each other like, so bad. So, clear enough. We're the ABC, we're in Australia, blah, 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 lots of books, lots of magazines, 155,000 people across social media. I don't know why, but they seem to enjoy the show. My team is based in Australia and the USA. They work with pajamas because that's my thing. I have a really complicated strategy. It's called hire weirdos. But they're magnificent and they're workaholics, and so I'm always trying to temper their work-life balance because that's really important. So my priorities are how cute my kids are. I made them. Happy holiday, as we've been, we've just concentrated on being with family. I spend all of my morning with my family, and I bought my husband out of his job a long time ago, so he's kind of stay-at-home dad / muse / sometimes he's my production assistant. I do sexually harass him in the workplace. I do try and like tell people, like, can we not overwork ourselves? I know as women we're like super terrible at this, like terrible. So I'm trying to create like a paradigm where you don't get burnt out and you actually just give yourself what you need. Like, whoa, crazy. Can we like not put the wash on? Can we like get fucking cleaner? Okay, forward. I'm in the top 1% of key lenders in the world. I'm not really that money orientated. I don't really care that much. So what we end up doing is fueling all of that extra cash into really cool projects that make my heart sing. So we built wells in Africa. We've helped to build a school through Princess of Promise. We've donated 200,000 of our workbooks to 2,000 charities around the world to make sure that people out there know that they can achieve their dreams. And the reason we do it is because you lot, you're the ones that are going to change the world. This is actually Dalai Lama. He says this. So you can't argue with the big DL. You are the philanthropists. You are the ones who are going to empower yourselves, your families, your communities, and you're going to change the world as you do it, and you already are. And I'm very proud to be among you.
Project, you should think about doing a TV show. It's learning by entertainment is pretty cool. Have you ever thought about that?
I would do it as long as it was completely on my own terms and I didn't have to work that hard. Just better things to do with my time, guys. There's a lot of art to be made. There's a lot of fun to be had. So I don't want to. I mean, I have that workaholic nature in me, and I don't want to incentivize it. So if there was a way that I could part-time TV, I probably would be into that.
Hi Leonie, I'm really interested to know, you're obviously very creative. What parts of your business maybe aren't in your skill set that you outsource to the weekends?
One of the things that I realised is that in order to create the level of service that we wanted for the academy, I couldn't do that all myself, and because most of our market is in the US, I'm huge in the US, and also weirdly Germany, just like David Hasselhoff. So, anyway, so my team is all based in the US, and a couple of graphic designers in Australia, because I work with them more directly. So I hired a chief operations officer who's like a brother from another mother. We come from the same global uterus, I'm sure. And he shares the same kind of business values as me, and he can actually do the hard shit of managing my staff. So I get to still just frolic, fancy free, and create and do the things that are in my wheelhouse, and let him do it.
Time for one more.
Leonie, what do you think has been the best way to grow such a large following?
I feel like trying to be the most normal person possible. Trying to make sure I don't offend anybody. It's really, really good. So I am deeply, profoundly myself, with good and bad, and some people ignore it, and some people are like, and that's a really, as Michael Port would call it, the red velvet rope, because all the people who adore me, they're awesome people. And all the ones that don't, are boring. So it's a really nice, like, the people that like me, they usually love me, because they know full well every part of me. I will share all of my opinions. And the ones that aren't as into me, they probably won't really like my program anyway, so it's by being this big in the way that I share myself, it tends to be really, really useful. As far as social media tactics, I mean, I do have a social media manager now to create posts. She goes through, I've been blogging for 11 years, so she goes through all of that content and repurposes it. So we try and repurpose all of that content. It gets sent out 4 times a day. I cannot keep up with everything that happens there, so so she gets to help in that regard, but it's still that it holds the same energy and the intention of the company. The end. Look, my big goal, my BHAG, I really love Jimbo Collins. My BHAG is to be the world's biggest philanthropist. I want to be like Bill Gates, but with a vagina. It won't happen.